Dear universe, I am begging you. I just want a boyfriend who looks like Timothy Chalamet, has the abs of Chris Hemsworth, and treats me like Tom Holland treats Zendaya. So if he could show up soon, preferably shirtless, that'd be great. Thank you. I knew it was a long shot, but still. And right then, my door flew open, wind blew everything sideways, and a shadow dropped in from the balcony, then stepped into my room like he owned the place. It was a guy exactly like I described, and he was smiling that dangerous, soul-snatching kind of smile. Hi, I'm Judy, 17, aggressively single, and fresh off a European summer that left me with a dangerous croissant addiction. Anyway, new semester, new me. That's when Paige sprinted over. Face lit up like a human emoji. Aw, my bestie missed me. Nope, she just dragged me across campus without an explanation, because that's the kind of friendship we have. We stopped in front of a massive girl mob. Judy, something huge just happened. Look! The crowd parted like the freaking Red Sea, and the most gorgeous guy I'd ever seen appeared. Girls were gasping. One actually fainted.
Should I call 911 or something?
Okay, who's that Greek god? You seriously don't recognize him? That's Nick. Nick? You mean my childhood best friend? This Nick? No, that's not possible.
Judy, hey, I was looking for you.
That voice. It really was Nick. He ran toward me, raising his hand, but the buttons of his shirt, probably traumatized from muscle duty, just snapped. They smacked a skater boy right in the face, who wiped out and crashed straight into me. Nick tried to catch me, and in the chaos, our lips accidentally collided. I felt a full swarm of butterflies in my stomach before we both tumbled down the stairs and ended up in the most awkward position ever. Camera flashes exploded, people screamed. By lunch, we were the school's hottest couple. Even when we kept denying it, the cafeteria still turned into our full-blown wedding. Nick and I couldn't even make eye contact without combusting. And honestly, I wasn't sure if it was embarrassment or something fluttering dangerously in my chest. I know you're thinking about him. What? No, you're just imagining things. Besides, he doesn't like me anyway. He looked horrified every time someone shipped us. Then why the sad potato face? I'm not sad. I don't care if he likes me or not. Because, I already have a boyfriend. Shoot, why would you say that, Judy? Immediately, every eye in the room turned to me. Who? Too late to back out now. I met him in Europe. He's got Timothy's face, Chris Hemsworth's body, and Tom Holland's boyfriend vibe. Ooh la la, show me! I frantically Googled hot European guy with abs and shoved my phone at her. Hunka! The room erupted again. They gave me two choices. Summon this boyfriend guy in 24 hours or face social execution by Friday. So here we were at the beginning of the story, begging the universe to send over a dream boyfriend. And like a bad rom-com, he actually showed up exactly like the photo I Googled.
Consider your wish granted.
I grabbed the nearest pillow and went full home defense mode on him.
Whoa! You literally wished for me 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, you're clearly a stress-induced hallucination. Get out! I shut the door and collapsed onto my bed. Nope, surely hot guys don't just manifest, right? The next morning, no sign of him. Crisis averted. I strutted into school with Paige like nothing happened until two strong arms suddenly wrapped around me.
Morning, babe.
I nearly died. It was the fake boyfriend turned real in public. The entire school went feral. The camera flashes everywhere. Someone even dropped their matcha latte and passed out.
I'm Leo, Judy's European boyfriend. Madly in love. Fluent in romance and croissant.
Okay, now this I gotta hear. Leo turned to the crowd and launched into a Hallmark-level monologue.
We met in a bookstore in Paris. She was reaching for the same poetry book. Our fingers touched and sparks flew. Our first date was a midnight gondola ride. She fed me croissant, said I smelled like rain and mystery. So I wrote her a poem in French.
What is happening? I tried yanking him away before he broke into a sonnet, but instead he leaned in.
Right here, in front of everyone? You're bold, amore mio.
Dude, no!
Get away from her.
Nick appeared out of nowhere, eyes blazing, and lunged at Leo, ready to put his new arm muscles to use. Leo dodged just in time.
Whoa, who even are you? The brother? The ex? Why are you coming between me and my girl? Your girl?
Okay, we're done here. I grabbed Nick and dragged him away till we reached the greenhouse.
What was that all about? You suddenly have a boyfriend now? And you just forgot to mention it?
Well, it's complicated. And what about you? you? Since when did you look like some Calvin Klein ad? And now girls are literally passing out in your wake.
That's not even real. They're just freaking out because I look different. The only person I actually wanted to impress is...
I held my breath hoping he meant me, but he just let out a bitter laugh.
Doesn't matter. Looks like that guy's doing a good job keeping you busy.
Before I could stop him, he walked off. And after that, he completely ignored me, like we'd never even been friends. Meanwhile, I was still stuck with Leo. He kept showing up, acting like we were starring in some rom-com. At first, I kept my distance because who even is this guy? But then one day, I overheard some girls whispering in the hallway saying I was stringing Nick along while flaunting Leo. I turned away pretending not to care, but then Leo stepped in.
Maybe worry about your own lives and leave hers alone.
The girls scattered away while I was impressed. I guess Leo wasn't so bad once he dropped the cheesy lines. We started hanging out more, grabbing iced coffee, doing homework together, and I totally forgot about the whole fake boyfriend thing. One afternoon, we were laughing about something silly when Nick walked in with Ava, the school's reigning goddess. And like the universe had a grudge, they came straight to our table.
Mind if we sit here?
Before I could answer, Ava was already clinging to his arm, giggling like it was a reality show audition. My stomach twisted, so I stood up. You can have the table. We'll find somewhere less cringy. Leo followed without a word. We walked in awkward silence. I tried to play it cool, but the lump in my throat said otherwise.
Just wondering, if he makes you this sad, why not give someone else a shot? Like me?
I blinked. He gently reached for my hand, warm and steady, but I pulled away. Leo, I can't. I barely even know who you are. He opened his mouth, but nothing came out. When emotions get messy, there's only one person I look for. Paige. Paige's door opened, but standing in front of me was Leo, shirtless, dripping wet, with a literal scratch mark across his chest. My jaw hit the floor. Oh my God, are you two not what it looks like? I stormed in ready to explode, only to find her kitchen completely flooded and her cat in the sink like some soaked gremlin. I was trying to bathe Lucifer, okay? He went full demon mode. Leo showed up at the worst possible time, so I asked him to hold the towel and then the cat yeeted itself.
I've been through war, emotional and physical.
Well then, what are you doing here in the first place? Paige and Leo exchanged that classic busted look. She sighed and came clean. Apparently, the second I showed her that photo of Leo, she knew I was bluffing, because she recognized him from a toothpaste ad. After some digging, Paige found out Leo was a not-so-famous actor and her drama goblin brain lit up. She tracked him down, messaged him, and hired him to play my dream boyfriend. So, all of this was your prank? Not to hurt you, I swear. I just didn't want you drowning in all that stress from the school kids. Besides, maybe if someone showed up who was exactly your type, you'd finally open your heart. Be honest with your feelings.
I didn't mean to mess with your head either. I thought it'd just be a few days of improv. But then I got to know you, and you made me laugh. You talked to me like I mattered. So I didn't want it to be fake anymore. Look, I came here to tell Paige, I don't want to play a role. I like you for real, Judy.
He looked at me, hopeful, but I stepped back. I can't. Not after all this. I'm tired, Leo. I don't even know who I am in this story anymore, let alone how I feel. I needed air and silence, so I wandered off the street, letting the late-night breeze hit my face. Just as I turned the corner, I heard Nick's voice pierce the night.
I'm breaking up with you. I just can't spend hours every day editing our photos to match your feed color palette.
Ava burst into dramatic sobs, flailed her arms like a furious toddler, and stormed off. Wow, that was quite a scene.
You have no idea.
We headed to the nearest convenience store, cracked open peach sodas, and sat on the curb. Naturally, we started talking like old times. I told Nick everything about the fake boyfriend fiasco. He stared at me, stunned.
Judy, if I'd known all that, I wouldn't have even looked at Ava. I only went out with her to try and move on from you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, seeing you with Leo, I thought I'd miss my chance.
Well, wanna test if we still have one?
Only if you stop making up fake boyfriends.
Deal. On the weekend, Nick and I had our first real date. We strolled through the city, ice cream in hand, laughing about everything and nothing. And then I saw it, a giant billboard lit up above the street, flashing a candid photo of us with bold letters spelled out, "Real Love." Seriously? And then I spotted the tiny text at the bottom corner. Forgive us, P and L. Paige and Leo? Of course. I laughed so hard I almost cried. Nick squeezed my hand tighter. Yeah, this time it was real. I was sitting on the Ferris wheel at the night fair. As the giant wheel was about to move, I happened to see an incredibly handsome guy. The moment our eyes met, I thought I was in love, and he seemed having the same feeling to me. Suddenly, the guy dashed over and sat right next to me, really close, making me feel all awkward. There are plenty of seats around.
Can I ask you out?
With the pride of a high-class lady, I said no.
So you won't give me a chance?
Before I could react, he unbuckled his seatbelt and climbed up onto the bar in front of us. His body was dangling in midair. Oh my gosh, that's dangerous, you idiot!
I'll ask you one more time. Will you go out with me?
And he let go of one hand from the bar, making everyone below gasp. Okay, fine. I'll go out with you. He smiled confidently, jumped back into his seat, grabbed my head, and kissed me passionately. I'd never met a guy so determined before. Hi, I'm Zoe, an American currently studying in England through an international exchange program. The guy who just flirted with me is Ryan. After that night, he pursued me everywhere, until I finally agreed to be his girlfriend. We had a sweet romance, and he was just too good to be true. We went on adventures, ate at various places, sat by the beach at night, and watched the stars together. Everything was perfect until one day the program ended and I had to return to the US. On the day I left for the airport, I gave him a commemorative bracelet. Keep this so we'll always remember each other. Distance couldn't stop our burning love. I texted him whenever I could, and Ryan would tell me all about the changes in the town I used to live in England. He even asked me to FaceTime.
I just want you here, Zoe. I miss you so much.
I miss you too.
Wait for me. I'll come to the US as soon as I could.
His promise made me laugh. I hung up, not knowing it was the last time I'd ever hear from Ryan. He stopped replying to my messages and wouldn't pick up my calls anymore. Months passed and I reunited with my best friend Kylie after she returned from her exchange program in England, but in a different city. We hugged each other excitedly. Kylie linked her arm with mine as we walked to class together. I have so much to tell you. I fell in love with a guy, but one day he just disappeared. But I think he'll show up eventually. Who could resist my beautiful friend, right? Okay, now let me introduce you to my new boyfriend. She walked over to a tall guy, and when he turned around, my heart dropped. It was Ryan. He didn't seem to recognize me as Kylie introduced him, saying she fell for him in England and brought him back here. How could this be? A guy who looked exactly like Ryan, and his name was Ryan too? So show me a picture of your boyfriend. Maybe Ryan knows him. How could I show her now? I couldn't tell her that her boyfriend was my ex. Kylie was innocent. She knew nothing about this. Ryan is in your class. Take care of him for me, okay? Oh my gosh, what the heck is happening? The first class began. Ryan even seemed annoyed with me when I tried to ask him questions. Psst, you don't remember me? I'm Zoe, remember? Do you have a twin brother or maybe a doppelganger?
What are you talking about? I'm me, the only child in my family, and there's no other Ryan. There couldn't be another handsome and talented guy like me. So what's up with you? Are you obsessed with me or something?
Everyone in class was staring at us, and the teacher told us to keep quiet for the rest of the lesson. This guy was like Ryan, but also not. My Ryan was smart and sweet, but this guy was annoying and dumb. I decided to call him Ryan too. Even though I felt the tension between us, the teacher still assigned me to tutor him after class. Despite all my efforts, he just slept. He was handsome, and every feature on his face reminded me of my ex-boyfriend. I missed him so much.
I know I'm handsome, but don't stare at me so dreamily.
I turned away, blushing furiously. He wasn't my Ryan. He was Ryan too, and Kylie's boyfriend. I tutored him in exchange for tennis lessons, the last course I needed to pass to graduate. It seemed he was only good at sports, and tormenting me.
If you don't pick up that racket, the ball's gonna hit your face.
But I need to catch my breath first. I had to try my hardest to dodge the barrage of balls he was hitting at me. After just a few minutes, I felt like a wilted flower. Just when I was about to burst into tears, a hand grabbed mine.
To hit the ball, you need to get your stance right first.
Like a different person, Ryan too gently adjusted my stance, from how I held my racket to my foot position and posture. He was so close I could hear his heartbeat. Zoe, you can do it, Zoe! Kylie's cheering made me push him away instinctively.
That's a great way to say thank you.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I reached out to help him up, but he brushed my hand aside and walked towards Kylie. I couldn't control my emotions anymore. One weekend morning, despite my refusal, Kylie dragged me to their picnic. How awkward. I was now the third wheel in their relationship. So, has that guy contacted you yet? Not yet. He's probably giving me the silent treatment. What a jerk! Forget him. I'll find you someone better. By the way, I met Ryan in an interesting situation. We met at the hospital. Were you okay in England? Oh, I tried skateboarding and ended up hitting my head. Luckily, I was fine. Ryan handed Kylie a sandwich and she smiled as she took it. Seeing them happy reminded me of my relationship. I opened my phone and looked at old photos of our picnics in England. Oh, show me! Kylie suddenly grabbed my phone and I had no choice but to get mad to stop her from seeing those photos. Give it back, that's not funny! Zoe, what's wrong with you? Nothing! I'm leaving. I snatched my phone back and started to leave. But then I noticed a bracelet peeking out from under Ryan 2's sleeve. It was the bracelet I gave my boyfriend before leaving for the US! How do you have this?
What? What's the big deal? It's important to me, but what does it have to do with you?
Ryan yanked his hand away and Kylie looked at me awkwardly. I decided to have a clear conversation with her. What? You're saying Ryan is your ex-boyfriend? No way! Look at our photos together. It's just a coincidence. How could it be? And the bracelet. I just don't understand why. Stop it! I don't want to hear it! Kylie ran away and I could still hear her sobbing. From that day on, Kylie avoided me whenever she could and she kept Ryan away from me too. I went home after class and as I walked down the hallway, I overheard some classmates talking. Did you hear? Kylie and her boyfriend are moving to England. Wow, are they settling down? Her boyfriend is really something. They decided to leave me behind. I had lost both my friendship and my love. I was absent-mindedly walking home when I passed by a newly opened fair. I looked up and saw a giant Ferris wheel. Ryan confessed to me under a Ferris wheel like this. In a moment, I thought I saw something familiar. The bracelet! It was hanging on the Ferris wheel. I went into the fair. I had to get it back. There were no staff around, so I took a deep breath and climbed up, keeping my eyes fixed on the bracelet. Just a little higher. But I slipped just as I reached it. I only had time to let out a scream before I fell. Someone caught me. More like I landed on top of them.
Oh, are you okay?
My eyes met Ryan's, our faces just inches apart, just like the moment he confessed to me that night, and suddenly his expression changed. Memories flooded back, our outings, nights by the beach watching the stars, and the day he got that bracelet.
Zoe?
He called my name in that gentle voice I had missed so much.
I remember everything now.
Really? My heart skipped a beat. He nodded and hugged me tightly.
How could I ever forget you?
Welcome back! Despite the people whispering around us, we stayed there, hugging as if we hadn't seen each other in years. But why did you throw it away?
I didn't. Kylie got mad at me, she grabbed it and threw it away. When I went to find it, I saw you.
So what about me? We looked up to see Kylie standing there trembling with anger. I told you, Zoe! You got the wrong person! Ryan can't be your ex-boyfriend!
Kylie, listen to me.
The day I met you in the hospital, I fell in love with you right then. You had a head injury from the accident and couldn't remember anything. I stayed with you all the time and took care of you. What? Ryan lost his memory after the accident? I was so worried when Zoe told me you were her ex. I was scared of losing you and losing Zoe. But my selfishness won and I pushed you to go back to England quickly to keep you away from here. I wanted to keep you for myself, but I lost. How could this be? Out of all the guys on the planet, I fell for my best friend's ex. Kylie. Stop it! Ryan never loved me. He only came with me to get to America. He kept that bracelet like it was a treasure. If I'd known why, I would have never fallen for him. Kylie screamed and then ran off. I thought our reunion would be wonderful, but now it had turned into a nightmare. We didn't see Kylie after that. The teacher just announced that she had moved away with her family. Time flew and Ryan and I got through that period together. It was hard to believe everything that had happened, but Ryan always reassured me with his positive words.
See? I kept my promise to come to America to find you as soon as I could.
They come every once in a while, little thrill seekers, daring each other to touch the door of my haunted house. Each night, the same relentless, bone-chilling scream rose, and only I, along with this beautiful, worn-out violin, could silence it. I drew the bow across the strings, letting a slow, somber melody unfurl. Each note hung in the air like a memory, bleeding through the wood, and the scream melted into silence. Hey, I'm Sarah. I've been playing music since I was 3. Piano, harp, guitar. But the violin feels like it was born with me. But school isn't built for someone like me. Like this morning, the boys made a ranking list. Top girls to date. I ranked dead last. One pity vote. They thought it was funny, waved it around like it meant something. Then one of them bumped into Ash. He sat behind me and Chem. Didn't talk much, which I appreciate.
Maybe shut up before you make yourselves look dumber.
They shut up. Everyone looked at me like I'd summoned him like some secret knight. Please, I didn't need saving. I didn't care. Love, crushes, romance? That's all just chemical delusion wrapped in bad poetry. Anyway, I was heading home when a street psychic popped out of nowhere with a neon palm reading sign and a crystal ball. You'll find true love this year. No thanks. I'd rather die cold and alone than buy into that hormonal scam you people call romance. Also, your eyeliner's crooked, and your aura smells like desperation. You dare mock the fates? Let's see how they mock you back. You'll regret this, little violent girl. Then she smashed the crystal ball. It exploded into an ungodly puff of purple smoke. I backed away, coughing. Suddenly, my wrist felt like burning. Out of nowhere, a bracelet snapped onto it tight, glowing like it knew something. I tried pulling it off, but it didn't budge. I looked up for the psychic. She was gone. The bracelet pulsed once. Not gonna lie, I didn't love that. I told myself it was just jewelry, so I went to school the next day like nothing happened. Then, Cameron happened. Yes, that Cameron. We'd never spoken, but that morning, he walked up to me like he had a slow-mo montage playing behind him.
Hey, I don't know what it is about you today, but wow.
I blinked, said nothing, and walked away. He followed, and so did others, all suddenly acting like I was the last girl on earth. Holding doors, offering snacks. One of them tried to carry my backpack. That's when it hit me. This wasn't weird. This was cursed. I was officially out of denial. I had to go back to where the psychic ambushed me. The second she saw me, she immediately took off. I chased after her but ended up slammed into Ash.
Do you mind watching where you're going?
Do you mind not standing in the way of a witch chasing vengeance? He raised a brow, clearly offended. That's when I realized he wasn't looking at me like I was the second coming of Lana Del Rey. No dopey smile, no flushed cheeks, no hard eyes, just blank, elegant disdain. Just checking. You're not in love with me, are you?
I'm barely in like with this conversation.
My god, he was immune to the love curse. I needed him. That's when the ground trembled from a stampede of hormone-addled boys tripping over themselves shouting my name.
Well, that explains it. You've started a fan cult.
It's not a cult, it's a curse! Run! I grabbed his wrist and for a split second, the bracelet flared like it was enjoying the chaos. Ash said nothing, just veered into the shadowed alley.
Still think it's not a cult?
No, it's this bracelet. It's cursed. I may have mildly insulted a psychic, and now I'm the main character in a very bad YA novel.
Wow, you're actually insane. I'm out of here.
But every time the chaotic romance spiked, he was there. Starting with Cameron, his grand idea of romance was strapping me to his moving engine block. He revved it, then sped off with me, clinging to my backpack and mentally drafting my will. 5 minutes later, we were back. Then Ash walked up, holding some piece of metal. Said it was some part of the engine. Cameron forgot I existed. He and Ash crouched down and started talking torque, airflow, whatever. I slipped away unnoticed. Coincident? Hardly. Later on, I opened my locker. Cue avalanche of love letters. One read, "Your silence is a song my soul can't sing." J. Of course. Jules. Resident emo boy gave me a wilted bouquet, a representation of his dying love. Right on cue, Ash appeared, trash bag in one hand, moral superiority in the other.
What are you doing? That's not even your job! The janitor's out. Someone has to keep the hallway clean.
Yeah, he definitely did that on purpose.
What? I just pity you. You look like someone who's one glitter heart away from a total breakdown.
Cool. Since you're so invested in my mental stability, how about helping with the actual curse?
Fine. I might have some clues about that bracelet of yours.
I was gonna grab my stuff, but strangely, my notebook, my sketchpad, my pens all went missing. Must have been my scatterbrain. Wouldn't be the weirdest thing this week. Ash took me to a witchcraft shop to let the shopkeeper take a look. He said it was a binding charm. It'd pull everyone toward me, but not in their right mind. And the only way to break it was to be honest with my feelings. We left the shop in silence. I was still piecing together what that meant. Then Ash pulled out a coin and flipped it.
Truth or dare?
You're serious?
Think of it as emotional reconnaissance.
Truth.
What scares you most?
I can't just tell you that.
Fine, I'll go first. I hate losing control. Not of things, of myself. Ever since last year, I started having these panic attacks. They'd hit without warning, and once they started, there was no stopping them.
I didn't say anything, because I knew exactly what that felt like. My turn, I guess. I'm scared of becoming my mother. She was a brilliant musician once, until she fell in love. It tore her apart. Now she screams at the walls every night, and my violin is the only thing that calms her. Silence followed after that, but it wasn't empty. We both turned to each other at the same time. I could hear my heartbeat, louder than it should have been. His gaze dropped to my lips, then the bracelet flared bright and sudden. Ash pulled away.
We should go.
Yeah, we should. We walked in opposite directions, but something stayed behind, lodged in my chest, beating slow and unfamiliar. But after that, things took a 180 turn. Ash completely ignored me. Guess pretending nothing happened was easier than dealing with it. I didn't mean to look, but inside were my missing stuff all arranged like some creepy exhibit. Whose locker was it? Theo?
I kept them safe, so no one else would touch what's yours.
Theo was right behind me. He reached out his pale, shaking hand. The air between us dropped.
Back off.
Theo flinched, then bolted before Ash could catch him.
You okay?
I nodded. It was a lie. He pulled me into a hug, and for a moment, I let myself feel safe. Then the bracelet flared, and his hold on me tightened. Ash? He jolted back like he'd touched fire.
I have to go. I can't be near you.
Why? What's going on with you?
I lied. I'm not immune. The curse got to me too. I thought I could fake distance, keep it under control. But the more time I spent around you, the harder it got to tell what was real.
My stomach dropped, and suddenly I didn't know what to believe. Was anything between us real or just the curse wearing his face? So I didn't wait. Whatever part of me had started to open, I shut it and walked away. If only it were that simple. Pushing my feelings down didn't stop the curse. It just made the obsession grow louder. Then one day in class, I must have dozed off at some point. The sky outside cracked open. I jolted awake. My bracelet was glowing, bright and alive. And then, shadows appeared, lurking through the door. Cameron, Jules, Theo. They stood in front of me like puppets pulled by the same invisible string. Their eyes glowed pink, pulsing with an intensity that didn't belong to anything human. I jumped to my feet and ran. The hallway blurred past me until I slammed into someone. Ash. His eyes had the same unnatural gleam. I stepped back, but he caught my wrist before I could move again. Behind me, I could hear them dragging their feet like sleepwalkers, hands outstretched toward one target. Me. Ash, let go! His eyes snapped into focus. He looked around, took in what was happening, and acted fast. He grabbed my hand and pulled me down the hall, turning sharply into the back corridor. He shoved me through the exit, and slammed the door shut behind me, locking himself on the other side.
Go, run.
And you?
I'll hold them. You get out of here.
Ash, no! I pounded on the door, but he wouldn't move, bracing himself against the stampede. I turned, desperate for something to force it open. Then I saw it, a crumpled slip of paper on the floor, a voting slip from that stupid top girls to date list. It was Ash. He'd voted for me. It wasn't the curse. You liked me, before all this, didn't you? Through the window, I caught his face flushing red, and suddenly, my heart couldn't stay quiet anymore. The bracelet pulsed even brighter, then cracked, like something inside me finally giving in. I like you too! It snapped apart, shards bursting in light, and the curse unraveled with it. Inside, the boys blinked as if waking from a fog. They had no idea why they were there, but Ash, he remembered. Just checking. You're not under some residual spell, right? He didn't answer, just pulled me and placed a kiss on my cheeks.
Ooh, Ash Kish and Sarah are sitting in a tree. Kissing.
Careful, man. She might have actually hexed you. Should we tell them they were the ones drooling in Latin?
Let them wonder. It's more fun that way.